welcome to segment 2 in this series for facilitators. In this segment, we're going to talk about how to organize your screen for the best viewing efforts and your best management of the classroom. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and start a session up. In session 1, we talked about how to sign into the Zoom account and find the class that you will be facilitating. If you do not see your class that you're supposed to be facilitating on any given day, if you do not see that class listed here, do not push this start button. It will lead to some certain irregular circumstances, and you just don't want to do that. If your class is not there, call the office and find out what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and start this Zoom session, which is for an arbitrary class that I had scheduled for this evening. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the video so that this doesn't get into in the way of concentrating on what I'm trying to say. Now, first thing I would like you all to get used to doing is as soon as you get this Zoom screen opened up, in order to get it to cover up the rest of your desktop and get rid of all these other distractions, I'd like you to go anywhere in the Zoom screen except not on a control button. Don't go down on one of these control buttons. Just go anywhere in the main Zoom screen and double click. When you double click, the Zoom screen will cover your entire monitor. You've gone to full screen Zoom mode. Okay? Now, once you've double clicked in your full screen Zoom mode, then I want you to turn on your participant panel and I want you to turn on your chat panel. Both of those panels will typically come up right on top of one or the other, and they will not necessarily be in the center of your screen. If you had them off to the side in a previous Zoom Met session, they may show up on the side, but they should typically come up right on top of your Zoom screen. What I want you to do then is move off to the side again and double click. Now when you double click, you drop out of Zoom full screen. You'll notice the panels have moved to the right side. They are attached to the Zoom window. There's no space, there's no border, there's no extra window frame in between them. They have moved over, and in fact, you can get a double arrow there and you can increase or decrease those panels whatever way you might need to for the amount of messaging or the amount of information that you want to be able to see in the participant and chat panels. Now we've got the last situation. We really don't need all these distractions over here, and in the case that you might be doing something and accidentally move your mouse off to the side and click on one of these other things, we don't want you to be opening up a Word program or something like that and then get all frustrated because that really doesn't belong there. So the next thing we need to do is make this arrangement, these three things from Zoom, the Zoom window, the participant panel, and the chat panel, we want to make them cover our full monitor. And the way we do that is go up and maximize. On a PC, this is in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to look for this square emblem, which means you're going up to maximum or full screen, full window, excuse me. If I click that, I go up to full window. For those of you that are on a Mac, you're actually going to the left. You're looking for the red, yellow, and green dots. You're going to click the green dot to get to a full window. Now we have a full window. We have the Zoom window. We have the participant panel and the chat panel, and they are covering up the entire monitor. Now, should we get the classroom checked in, the presentation is starting, we don't need to look at these panels right away. You've taken care of going to and turning off the participant allocations to mute themselves. You've directed the communications to host only. You're all ready to go in and concentrate on the presentation. You can double click anywhere in this area and go back to Zoom full screen. There you will be able to see and concentrate on the presentation itself. However, as a facilitator, you typically want to keep the participant and chat panels open and available. So you just double click anywhere in here and those panels will show right back up again. Notice that when we have the panels visible, we also have the Windows taskbar available. Most of you have your Internet Explorer or your Chrome icon down on the taskbar. So if during the presentation a situation arose and you needed to get a quick email sent off to Allison or Tammy or do something that required using a file or folder, for example, you need to look up a class or something, you want to open up your folder explorer, or you want to send an email to somebody, you could very easily open up the internet to browse and look around for the analysis, the definition of a topic, something that came up if you're helping out the presenter for the day. All right, so I hope I have shown you how to organize your screen and work with it during the presentations that you will be facilitating. I'll see you in the next segment.